Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Madison Central, where we have the first ever annual Officer Ellis tournament in his recognition today. Had a great ceremony beforehand where Miss Ellis and their young son threw out the first pitch. I think he threw his twice. He did a great job with it. But
He did a great job.
The girls did a good job hosting this. Madison Central's put a bit of effort into making this thing go off, and it went off pretty well, I feel.
Yeah, it's been they couldn't have got better weather. This is a beautiful day, and it's been a beautiful weekend. So.
Yep. It's going to be a big day. Going to be three or four games today that are going to, I think 6 games total. Indians will play 3 of them. This is the first one of the tournament against George Rogers Clark. And George Rogers Clark is coming in here. They're 6-5 out of the 10th region, District 40. Last game they played, I was looking it over just a second ago and my screen went off. They beat Paris 7-0, and that was Thursday. And Tuesday Bourbon County beat them 9-2, and that was when they were on the road. So they played a couple of games here recently. They're going to be the home team on the scoreboard today. The Indians are going to be the visitors on their home field here. The way that this tournament's run, you just flip a coin to start the game. All other rules apply. I think there's a time limit in effect that may or may not come into play, but we'll see how it shakes down. Go over the defensive alignment for the Cardinals for you. Third base is, let's see, they just got the first initial here and last name. Number 6, Megan Terrell's at third. Shortstop is Norton. Second baseman is Harrison. First baseman's Walker. The pitcher's Miles. The catcher is Karras. The outfielders from left to right are Brandon. How does he say that, I wonder? Number 13, Claire Brandenburg. Not too awful hard. Center field, Spencer, and right field is Neal. Leading off for the Indians, Emily Hahn, center fielder, number 3. Not having as good a year as she did at this time of the season last year, but trying to get things going.
Well, it's a little early, right, for the season. I mean, we got a 4-4 Madison Central team. What was the expectation for this team coming in this year? They feel pretty good?
Well, I mean, you got 14 kids sitting on that bench over there with potential playing college ball. Some of them major, some mid-major, some of them NAIA. So you've got a wealth of talent on the Indian team, 101 to count now. So it's really going to boil down to how everybody stays healthy. I don't know of any drama amongst the girls, having 2 of my own kids playing on the team. It's just going to depend on how the coaching staff sees it to play out. And obviously if the girls can perform up to their expected levels,
Yeah.
So
it's it's a mental game, and being able to execute and not make the mental errors is what can get you out of a game pretty quickly, especially in this area.
Right. As a team, what you want to see is it's not always about wins and losses. You want to see improvement each time out, but to continually see things that don't get better and the same people stay out there and not work on it, it makes it tough for the people sitting on the bench to stay engaged and continue to work hard. But, there's limits to when they can practice. There's limits to the time that they have to practice during the season. But, the Achilles heel that I can see so far at this point in the season for the Indians where they need the most work is in their outfield. We have people trying for balls they can't catch and giving up bases that they don't need to by not understanding the game. You know what I mean? It's more of a softball IQ thing.
Yep.
Effort's there, but you got to know when to dive.
You got to know.
You got to know when the leadoff hitter's already got a double that she can run pretty good. You don't dive for a ball on the right field line and let her have a triple. Those things will cost you. And then hitting your cutoff. We've given up plenty of bases because we don't hit our cutoff, and those are all correctable things.
It goes back to the mental errors that we're talking about, being able to stay within the game and stay within the game plan. I know that, that's like that in any sport I think we play. You're looking for overall development over a period of the season.
Absolutely.
You're not really looking for something, whether it's a win or a loss. What you want to see is if you come out and you continue to get better over a year, and that's what you're looking for. Can you hit?
Hahn draws the walk, brings up Sydney Vaughn. Sydney's
safe in at second.
Playing third base today. Safe at second. Hahn on the steal. Got a good jump. And Vaughn behind in the count 0-1. But the girls, it's not how you start. It's how you finish in this thing. You want to win your district. You want to win your region. Try to get to the state tournament. So Danny does a good job of kind of feeling the lineup out a little bit. Vaughn goes down on strikes. Didn't get the bat off her shoulder at all. That's not a good sign for your number 2 hitter. You've got to at least swing the stick some. You can't hit it if you don't swing.
I agree. It's put a ball. I think she saw the leadoff go on a walk, and I think maybe she kind of settled in a little too much. Nice ball. Put a good bat
that's
on
going to be a double for Morgan. Now this is what you see right here, Morgan out. Generally, I don't know what Morgan might have lost her footing. Morgan is one of the people, a senior leader on this team that runs out of the box on every hit. One of the other Achilles heels of the Indians at this point, Terry, they'll hit a fly ball and assume it's an out.
Stop.
So when it's in the outfield on the grass, they're standing on first base. But you'll see number 25 and number 34, they run hard on every play. They'll wind up on second because they understand what they're doing.
As you said, it's a pure effort play. You got to be able to keep your head in the game and understand that you got to run those three, got to play through. And unfortunately, those things can get lost a little bit. So that's the stuff you really want to continue to prove on. When you see that kind of stuff, ball.
That's going to be an infield hit. That ball's hit up the middle off the pitcher, so that's an infield hit. Yep. Emily was 4 for 4 the other night in Frankfort, and Frankfort has a deceiving field. Their infield dirt goes about another 10 foot farther than ours.
Really?
Yeah, and we won the game 6-3, but she hit the ball well the other night, picked up where she left off. But the ball hit up the middle, then deflected by the pitcher. There wasn't nobody else going to get a glove on it anywhere.
Well, it's good to see in your opening lineup so far. You got two bases. You got a run in, other than the second, the second batter that maybe kind of settled in a little bit. But we look for her to rebound in the next inning up.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice
There's
ball.
There's a stroke up the middle.
That's a good hit. That's true.
That's through the legs of the center
that's
fielder.
That's going to score 2. It should. Yep.
That's Casey
come all the way to 3. A nice triple. She put a good bat on a ball there.
That's a single and a 2-base error.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. I think she had that dead to right.
That's a single and 2-base error, but it helps nonetheless.
Gave up 2, but that's part of the game.
Absolutely, and that's the right fielder Casey Snide jumping on the first pitch, brings up the second baseman Riley Clark.
So I got to ask, Casey Schnatt, does she play any other sports? I mean, geez, she plays goalie in soccer. Yeah, she's a keeper. She plays basketball. Yeah. She plays softball.
Ranked in the top 5 in the world in barrel riding for her age group.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's something I did not know.
Oh, absolutely.
And every time I see a sport that she's in it.
Yeah.
She doesn't miss a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for her. Triple right out of the bat. So. Yeah. Central off to a really good start early.
And an excellent student. Indians up 3-0. You got one out. Second baseman at the plate.
Tipped off. Getting good hit. I mean, they're putting the bat on.
Yep. Riley hits the ball to the right side on a regular basis. If she stays true to form, she should get snide in on a ground ball or a pop fly to the right side. We'll see how Danny plays it. As soon as that ball hits the dirt, Snide should be gone. If they throw her out, you still have a base runner on. But that's an infield fly. That doesn't help anybody. That's Riley's. That's just a bit a swing that Riley would like to have back.
Yeah, I think she kind of came under, popped it a little bit, but you got a good 3-0 lead right now. So
brings up Sarah Arthur, the senior shortstop.
Sarah Arthur.
Got a runner at third, 2 outs. Ball low and outside to Sarah. George Rogers Clark comes in 6-5. We've not played any common opponents at this point. Outside.
If you're looking at the whole state, who's the team to beat right now?
It's always going to be McCracken County.
They're they defending?
They're the defending state champions, and they're ranked probably 6th or 7th in the nation.
6th or 7th in the nation. Nice steal home save. Good job by Casey to be alert.
Yep.
Good base running.
Yep.
They were George Rogers kind of went to sleep a little bit on that, and she just took advantage of it.
Yep. And that's just exact anticipation and taking advantage of the situation. So it makes it 4-0. See if Sarah can get a hit. Struggling a little bit this year. The senior 2-time all-district shortstop trying to find her stroke here.
There you go. Put a ball on it. No, couldn't quite get it out, though.
You're
right, though. Went right down that right side.
Yeah. And Sarah's just second-guessing everything she's swinging at. She just needs to pick a pitch, have a plan, and stay committed. But you can kind of see where she stopped her swing halfway through that.
Do you think, a lot of you mentioned earlier, a lot of these kids are going to be doing college and looking at college opportunities. Do you think that weighs on anybody a little bit?
Absolutely not. There's not a college coach in any stand today at a high school football or softball game, I can promise you.
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah.
Good. That's going to be a base hit.
Safe. Got her by a step. Sarah's
I was going to say.
Give it everything she had, and the girl made a good play and got her. So the Indians are going to come out as the guests in this game as the leader. And the George Rogers Clark Lady Cardinals are going to come out with their left fielder, the pitcher, and the third baseman, Brandenburg, Miles, and Terrell, and see if they can answer. Courtney Patton is going to be on the mound today for the Indians. Third base will be Sydney Vaughn, shortstop Sarah Arthur. Second base will be Riley Clark. First base, Morgan Elliston. Laura Lee Hendricks will be doing the catching. In the outfield, it'll go around Emily Frakes in left, Emily Hahn in center, and Casey Snide, who just had the single two-base error, pick up the 2 RBIs on the at bat there, be in right field. So Courtney's been throwing the ball pretty well. We'll let her take a few pitches here and come back for some more action right after these messages.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Back on the reservation, Indians with a 4-run lead. Courtney Patton on the mound.
if you're Central right now, you want to settle in on a good defensive inning here and kind of send that message of where we're looking for. We can shut this down early. Be a little 3 and out would be a nice little message to send early.
Yep, Claire Brandenburg at the plate.
Strike.
Nice pitch by Patton. Courtney's kind of getting into her zone. She struggled a little bit earlier in the year with her control, but she's kind of getting settled in here. And it's really, that's going to be the key to the Indians' success today, is her keeping the ball close to the plate, owning the mound and the game with her presence and her pitches. So she's getting that back. She pitched well against Woodford County, beat the number 2 team in the state Tuesday, came back Thursday, beat Franklin County. At Franklin County, that's a good 0-2 pitch right there, and that's kind of been Courtney's Achilles heel, where she was throwing that 0-2 in there a little closer and getting beat up on earlier in the year. So she's making the adjustments. 1-2 on the batter. So she's getting it together.
Nice pitch.
Strikes out the first batter she sees. Got the ball breaking.
That's a good sign early right now. Let's see how, like I said, how this inning plays out. But it's a great message if you can get 3 up, 3 down here. It'd be a really good message to send.
Brings up the pitcher, batting left-handed, number 7, Courtney Miles. Left fielder pulls in just a little in case she hits a floater that way.
Nice
ball
pitch again.
Nice.
She's in his zone right now. She's doing well. I think everything that I've seen is just exactly where she should be.
Yep, right on the knees. That's a screwball on the outside part of the plate to the lefty. Threw an off-speed pitch right there. Arthur gets it, throws across the diamond to Alliston.
Well played.
Sarah comes in, gets it on one hop, makes the play.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 6, Megan Terrell.
The left fielder, the third baseman, the shortstop, the first baseman, and pitcher have all been in their regular spots for about 4 years now. So I guess you could call them seasoned. With 2 outs, brings up the third baseman, number 6, Megan Terrell.
A low.
2-0 on her. This is a big out for Courtney. She's got 2 quick outs, and you want to get this last one. Do not let them get anything started. Trust your defense. Overthrew that ball in the dirt, so she gets 2 outs on 4 pitches and goes 3-0 on the third batter.
Yeah.
That's just a lack of concentration.
Yeah, that's where this is where I said that we're talking about the mental part of this, and you got to get something now that.
Ball 4.
I thought that was a good pitch. I think she kind of put herself out of that one a little bit.
The center fielder, number 00,
Caitlin Spencer, the center fielder, steps in with 2 outs and 1 on. You can't defend the walks.
No.
And the defense behind her really has been pretty well. You shouldn't have to try to do it all on your own. And I will say this about Courtney. And she played with me last summer, and I know her pretty well. She's going to give you everything she's got. But the left-handers, they're afraid to throw inside to a left-hander. And you can see that everything she's throwing to the right-handers is on the outside part of the plate. Chase the rise ball right there.
Ooh.
Nice pitch, 0-2. So – see her working the outside part of the plate to the right-handers. She you see on the lefty, she's afraid to throw inside.
I mean, that's always been a tough pitch anyway when you get to the left. If you got to settle that in, especially as a pitcher, you got to get that in that mentality, and that's tough.
Well, and you got to set it up. You got to be able to move it in and out. But I mean, low and into a lefty's where you never want to be because they'll hit it by that flagpole over there. But if they have any power. 1-2. Pop fly. That should be Morgan Alliston on that ball.
She got it.
Got it over there just a little out of our range to see it, so they get out of it.
One small breakdown with the walk, but other than that, it's exactly what you wanted if you're Madison Central right now. You're up 4-0. You get nothing up in the first inning, and here you go.
Yep.
Got a little momentum coming into 2.
No runs, no hits. 1 left on for the Cardinals. Indians after 1, 4-0. We'll be right back after these messages. Larry Frakes, Terry Netherton.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter. Or like us on Facebook, MCS TV. And of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Back in the field, top half of the second inning, brings up the catcher, Laura Lee Hendricks. Indians with a 4-run lead. Laura Lee hit a nice home run 0-2 the other night in Franklin County. And like I was telling you, that field's a little odd. That infield dirt was so deep, you didn't have a whole lot of grass in the outfield. But she got behind in the count, 2 strikes, and she laid one in there, and she hit it probably 210, 215 feet. My buddy Will Daniels tracked it down like he was a champ. Fouled back over behind us. Laura Lee a little out on her front foot on that swing. Behind in the count 0-1. Don't have a whole lot of stats on this Lady Cardinals team. I wish we did. They're 6-5. They have a good program over there, very consistent with their coaching, very consistent with their play. And you have kids come and go, and they always seem to have a good squad coming out of the 10th region, 40th district. That looked like a nice pitch right there.
A really good pitch there.
Wow, must have been just a little outside 2-1. From our vantage point, you can't tell if the catcher framed it up nicely, though. Laura Lee, the leadoff hitter here, heading the count 2-1. On her front foot again. You see when she's leaning and she just doesn't have anything left, so she needs to let that ball get a little deeper and just
or she starts that motion.
Yep. She's going to the ball instead of letting the ball come to her, and it gets her on her front foot. And you'll see that on a changeup, but that wasn't a changeup. She's just a little off on her timing right now. I like the way she tracks it with her eyes. She followed it all the way to when the catcher caught it, so she's focused. Full count. Payoff pitch, as they call it.
This is the money.
Ball low, so she's gonna
walk.
And
that's the way they started the first inning, way they start the second inning.
See if we're gonna get a runner for the catcher. You can put a courtesy runner in for the catcher here.
Yep, looks like they're going to do that.
And they do that so that she can get her equipment on. It doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that there's any change in the rules or the game whatsoever. It's just to speed the game along.
Yep.
In softball, you've got to throw the pitch every 20 seconds. That's why you can play a game in a minute or an hour and 20 seconds.
All right. Well, so that's a new rule. I did not know that.
Yep.
Is that the same? Does that transfer over to college as well, or is there a different
Yes,
pace?
it is exactly in college.
Okay.
Brings up the DP, Savannah Fallis. She's the transfer for Mercer County, batting for the pitcher, Courtney Patton. And the reason they do that is just so Courtney can hit, I can promise you. But if she gets hurt on the bases, twists an ankle, slides in, gets hurt, it could be detrimental to the longevity of the team.
That, yeah. She wanted to take that down on the line.
Yeah, well, she was going to bunt that ball.
Yep.
Now, Savannah, 6'2", or somewhere thereabouts. You can't really tell from here, but I'm telling you what, she's going to be one of the fastest kids you're going to see on this field today.
Just because of stride.
Oh, dude, no, she don't even have a big stride. She can pick them up and set them down, though. If she hits one in the gap, you're going to be amazed. She let that ball get too deep on her. She's better. She's better than that. She's trying to feel herself in here. Played at Mercer County last year, one of their top hitters, and just a fabulous athlete. Great outfielder, good arm.
So she's been there this year, last year, Mercer County. She's just trying to feel her way into the team. Then.
That's exactly right. Just trying to find that comfort zone. And then swung on a pitch that's way out of the zone. Danny's gonna have to make some changes or work with her on some of that. She's kind of in that zone where she's giving up once she gets 2 strikes. You gotta want to compete in there.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got other hitters in there that love to be in that spot. She's got to get a better effort.
Yeah.
And she's got to understand that, come ready to play. She's a fabulous athlete. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Hahn, center fielder, walked her first time up. Brandenburg at first base, the pinch runner for Hendricks with 1 out. Takes one right down the middle.
That's a good pitch.
Agrees with it. Nods her head and agrees with the umpire.
George Rogers-Clark has settled in a little bit. She's had a little bit of a rough inning in that first one, but she seems to have settled in a little bit on the pitch
she
side.
has.
Starting to feel a little bit high.
Well, Fallis helped her. I mean, you know what I mean? That was tried to bunt it over the top of a good pitch because she didn't square around, and then swung at one up in her eyes. So 1-1 on Hahn.
She put that solid. If she could have put that in play.
She let the ball get too deep on her. This is another kid that's very, very fast, runs about a 2.7, 2.8, If she ever learns to put the ball on the ground, it's deadly.
What year is she?
She's a sophomore.
Got a lot of time then. Nice
There's a
ball,
nice
catch
drive right there
for the double.
That's where
that was a heck of a play.
Yeah,
I tell you what, solid pitch, can't argue with that.
That's poor base running, and unless it was a hit and run. I mean, that's just you got to be aware of that.
Yeah, you got to be aware.
So, anyhow, Indians get one on by a walk and leave her stranded as Hahn hits into the double play on sharp ball hit to the shortstop. On that swing, I wouldn't change anything.
No,
it was a shot.
It was a solid shot. Great play by the shortstop and good awareness by the shortstop to go right back to first on the double. I mean, it was a simple play, but yeah, I don't really argue with the base running. I mean, you got her off. I think it was a good pitch or a good hit. And I thought she thought maybe he was going to get through. I did too.
Well, the basics of it is you always on first base are saying see a line drive through. If it's a hit and run, you take 2 steps and peek and see where the ball's hit, just in case there's a pop fly. But nonetheless, we still have a 4-run lead as far as the Indians are concerned. George Rogers-Clark can see what they can do to get it going with the 5th hitter in the lineup coming up as soon as we get back to action. We'll be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter. Or like us on Facebook, MCS TV. And of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Back at the ball field, bottom half of the second inning. Cardinals coming to the plate, number 5 hitter.
Catcher, number 23, Aaron Karras.
Aaron Karras steps in, the catcher. Leading off the inning.
Good pitch.
Good drop curve
Got
on the
her out
outside
in front,
corner.
I think, too, on that.
Ball broke out and away from her. That's a drop curve that she's throwing. Screwball.
Good pitch, too. She's got her kind of on her heels right now. That first pitch kind of put her back a little bit, and I think she's trying to adjust right now. She watched that one go all the way in. I think that's
That's all right. That's a good 0-2 pitch for Courtney, I'm telling you.
Well, you can see where she wanted to go.
Yep.
I mean, obviously it got away from her a little bit, but I can see where she wanted to go because she was probably chasing on that high ball.
Yep. Well, you get something out of the zone 0-2 generally, unless you have a running situation. That's a pop fly, foul ball back behind us. Now it's on Courtney's terms. She's ahead 1-2. She can nibble here a little bit and try to get a weak ground ball. A pop fly is what you're after. A strikeout is a bonus. See, got that in on her hands, foul ball. So good or bad here.
Yeah, batter's sitting up in the box a little bit too.
Yep. The philosophy there, they're going to scoot up and try to hit it before it breaks.
Right.
So then now we're velocity and speed. Courtney needs to recognize that, and then she can increase her velocity with her delivery. Tried to overdo that one too much, but good change of eye
Well, I think
level.
it's what you were going for. You know, so increase that velocity. I think got away from her because she was trying to speed that one up.
You see her collapse on her backside and come under it. Instead of letting the ball work, she tried to do too much. There it is.
Good pitch. Getting some. She's making her work. I tell you what, she stayed alive. That's what you had talked about a little bit, being out 0-2. I'd like to see a batter, battle it through a little like this.
Absolutely. This is a competition. This girl can't score if she doesn't get on base.
Yeah.
Another one in on the hands.
She just keeps whittling away, you know.
Yep. Now what she needs, she's up and down. So let's see how Lindsay calls this one for Courtney. See if she goes back up in the zone a little bit with the rise ball and get her to chase it. Threw her 2 in on her knees. Now get one up about the letters and see what happens. There it is.
What she went for. Yeah, right on it. Good call. Great call. Let's put a bat on it. So,
so
we kind of knew where it was going. That's
she'll
there
come
was
back
no question on that. Now she'll go back down probably.
Yep, drop curve right here. Should be on the outside part of the plate. We'll see what happens. Nope, too low. She's worked it to a full count in about a 9-pitch at bat right here.
She has battled at this at bat. You got to give her credit for that. I mean, she has just flat battled. Down 0-2, and then comes back with a full count. And finally puts it on.
Oh, hits a shot off Vaughn. Well, they're over there in the mud.
They can't find the ball.
No.
There they got it.
Emily got over there and fell down in something. That's a play Sydney generally makes. Took a bad hop. They've got a new turf out here, new surface, I guess, with a lot of brick dust and red clay. And that hit. That took a hop at Sydney. Sydney was ready for it, and that thing took a hop and hit her right in the shin. Allison Kidd comes in to run, and it brings up number 21, Madison Norton. So they get a double on an error by Vaughn.
Number 21, Madison Norton.
See if we get any damage out of it, if you can control.
Well, what should happen here? They should bunt her on over, is I'm sure what they will do. We'll see. But once again, a good battle by the catcher. That's a nice pitch, screwball in there. The competition between the pitcher and the batter, that's what it's all about. Then it came down to Sydney making a play in a bad hop, albeit an error. Is out turned up. Got a double out.
I was gonna say you got to credit her for the heck of a nice
There's the bunt we were looking for. Take the out with a 4-0 lead. You take any out they'll give you when you're up by 4.
Yeah, that's what I said. The good thing about the first inning was you put 4 on the board, and that gave you a little bit of a cushion to play. You're not concerned really about that base runner on third right now.
Now, when I was talking to you earlier about the Achilles heel of our outfield, this is where if they get a base hit, they need to keep the force in order. Now, what we've seen happen is they may try to throw this girl out at home, which then allows the runner go to second, and then you have no force out on the infield any longer.
Well, what we're talking about, that's going to say what you're talking about is you give up the run. You're up 4-0. You don't play that.
Right.
This game right now is pay the kid at the plate. You're playing the girl at the plate.
That's exactly right.
You're not looking at the third base runner.
Now, if they get a fly ball that they know's an out, they want to try to throw this girl out because she can't leave until it's caught from third.
Right.
A whole different ball game. But we've been throwing it around like we've got Willie Payne arms or something. Here's something
There's
you
an
can't
analogy.
defend. Morgan going to call timeout. Go talk to Courtney here for a second. Courtney had the last batter down.
Like what you say, that what you're playing is you're playing at the plate. Don't worry about the third base. Don't worry about the run. get the girl, get her out of the plate. That's what you're looking to do.
And it's just understanding the game.
Right.
Understand the game. The closer
Nice
they
pitch.
get to
And she
home.
settled in. Good play. Good job by the first baseman to Ellison to come over and settle her in and say, look, keep your mindset. Where are you playing? And we all reminded. I mean, everybody gets reminded of that. Came high and walked her.
Whitney Walker with the walk right there. The first baseman brings up the shortstop, or the second baseman,
The second baseman,
Emily Harrison. Now,
He plays at second.
well, you could try to turn a double play. You either bring your infield in and shave the run or leave him back and try to turn two, but you're still counting outs with the 4-0 lead. There's going to be a floater.
fly
or
ball.
Clark. Okay, now she go to second. Second. Oh.
She went home.
That's, well,
Give
right
up the
there,
run,
Morgan
go to
had to play at second
Yeah.
base.
That's why I said what you have to do is, but she looked home. The reality was the run was gone.
Yep. Once
to
again,
second.
that means nothing.
The run is gone. Take that third base runner out of play completely.
Jessica Neal.
Oh, what's on the speaker? Let's do this.
So what was a gift on a floater on the infield turns into an out. They score the run, and you have a runner in scoring position. You still had to play at second base.
I agree. It's just kind of what we're talking about now. But you've got to run with no force with the runner on second.
Yep. Brings up Neal, the right fielder.
Ooh, that went right in the dugout. I'll get that in a minute.
Jessica Neal batting. Two and one, 2 outs, runner at second. High pitch, rise ball, fouled back. 2 and 2. So deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
We got 2 out. Get the runner, get the batter at the plate, and you should be in good shape.
Ball a little high, good velocity though, full count. Four to 1 lead, runner at second. Still want to keep the force in order if you're in the outfield. That's going to be a hit to Hahn, which should be an out
There you
to
go.
end the
That's
inning.
3 right there. She kind of played that, thought there was another out
Yep.
going on.
And once again, understand what's going on in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to know what's going on. So they'll get it. I mean, as they go along, they'll continue to work on it. But those are the things that have got them so far. They lost 3 games by 1 run in the 7th inning to start the season. And it was the little things that were getting them. So they're getting better and working through it. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. The Indians still leading 4-1 as the visitors here today in the Officer Ellis Memorial First Annual Softball Tournament at Madison Central. We'll be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter. Or like us on Facebook, MCS TV. And of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Chris Hornsby.
Top of the third inning, back on the reservation. Third baseman Sydney Vaughn to the plate. Struck out looking her first time up, never even took a swing. Lays off the high pitch. Sydney probably atoned for it here. She'll hit something hard.
You know, as a batter, you know, as much as you hit
Got
it
that
hard,
one
just
off
kind of
the
popped it up
hands.
a little bit. Got two players.
Yep.
Good call off on that. Was waiting on that communication. Didn't see it for a while.
2 pitches, 1 out. Brings up the first baseman and one of the best base runners on the team, Morgan Ellison. We can see that earlier in the game.
Yeah, she did.
Gets out of the box well, runs hard. Ball up in the zone. Morgan tracking it with her eyes. Morgan signed to go play over at Asbury College.
Oh. I was going to ask you if she had picked anything up so far.
She had, and, had the opportunity presented itself. I mean, she would be a good mid-major D1 player with her power. They would work with her on her defense. I mean, she could cover more ground at first than she does. That ball there in that last inning,
Ooh, she ripped
really
that.
A drop step. She has that ball, and Riley doesn't even have to try for it. But they could work with her on that. But she's got good eye. She runs well. She's got a good arm. And she hustles. She understands what she's trying to do on the bases, and the object is to score more runs than the other team.
Seems pretty basic, doesn't it?
Well, you'd be surprised how many people will sit here and hit fly ball after fly ball after fly ball that do nothing for their team.
I agree.
And all they could do is bunt, put it on the ground. They can't score from that bench.
But that's the sacrificial thing we talked about. You got to understand the role. You got to understand what position you're in at any given time, and it's about helping the team win. That's always what it's been about in any sport.
That's
You
out of
ripped
here.
that.
That's a
gone.
bomb. That ball was
She ripped
smoked.
that. It was weird because I was sitting here talking to you, and I was like, she's playing in the college. We're talking about that. I was like, is she a power hitter? And I was going to ask how much power hitter she really was, and then she answered the question for me, so I never really had to answer that. We're good. Good that I have to go there with you, Larry. I was like, it'll be all right.
The thing about this is this field's 200 all the way around. You see how far that hit out there. That's probably a 325-foot shot.
It's a bomb. She put the bat on that well.
Yep.
So they gave one up in the last inning. You get it right back here. Yep. So you're still playing with the 4-0 lead for all intents and purposes.
Brings up the left fielder, Emily Frakes. 1 for 1 in the game.
Whoa.
2 for 2. Smoked another one back up the middle.
First pitch, she jumped on that.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna promise you what Emily's doing. She realizes that this pitcher is throwing a first pitch strike every time. And if it's what she's looking for, she's going to rope it.
Take your opportunities when they come. You got to recognize that's about paying attention and being a part of the game even when you're not at the plate.
She'll get 27 bats a game because she's watching from the dugout to recognize what's going on in the game. Now, if a ball hits the dirt, she'll be on second base because she's over there watching.
Right.
We call that the ball in the dirt club. 1-1 on Casey Snide, number 17, the right fielder. I mean, and that as soon as it hits the dirt, you're gone. She's gone anyway, and
she's
safe.
Out.
Oh, I thought she got past her.
Yeah, she. They played that well. I didn't think that. I thought she had a good jump, but then the good play by the catcher to reel that
so
back
you can
in.
see where she slid to the outside part of the bag. So she got tagged in the waist, and her feet were in front of her waist. That confuses me sometimes.
And there's the ball you were looking for to go to second anyway. But anyway,
so they're out of the inning. They get the 1 run back.
But
so
the good news is they get the run back. You're still playing with a 4-0 or 4-up lead, so you're in good shape.
After 2.5, Indians with a 5-1 lead. Patton will be back out on the mound to do some more work here shortly. So we'll be right back after these messages. Larry Frakes, Terry Netherton this afternoon calling the game for you. Be back after these messages. Reservation.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Now batting. The left fielder, number 13,
Brings up the left fielder, the leadoff hitter, Claire Brandenburg. Struck out her first time up. Ball a little low and in.
Still a good pitch. I thought that looked a really good looking pitch there for. I mean, just looking in the last time she was up, I'm not looking for her. She doesn't look like she wants to swing. You see that facial expression. You see those body languages. It's just like she doesn't really want to.
I can't see that much detail, but she's the leadoff hitter. She's going to try to put the ball on the ground somewhere, make somebody throw her out, and that may be in the form of a bunt. That looked like a good pitch right there if you see where Laura Lee framed it up. 2-1. So her job is to see as many pitches as she can and do whatever she can to get on base. So ball low and in under her feet. You don't need a leadoff walk here. Courtney's a better pitcher than that. She's got to gain her focus, get a grip, throw the pitches she's comfortable with, and go on with it. Got some help right there on a high pitch.
Good bat on that one. That's what I was waiting to see. I wanted to see her. This is the first real swing I've seen, so she can put one on. Now this is a full count pitch. This is a big one, I think, for this.
Courtney, yep, absolutely. And so it's the payoff pitch, as they call it, and we'll see who's going to win the battle between the pitcher and the batter. Last time the batter won, went about 9 pitches deep on Courtney and then wound up hitting one off Vaughn's left leg, and that ball was scorched.
Yeah, that was a great
change of speeds.
She got
now,
way
right
out
there,
in front of that, didn't she?
I'm so proud of Courtney for throwing that pitch because that's pitching.
Yep.
She threw a off-speed curveball on a 3-2 count and had the girl out in front of it.
She was way out.
Absolutely. Here's the pitcher, number 7, Miles.
Let's get into the lefty transition. You got 2 back-to-back here. That's, I think, last time they got a little bit a little taken back on this. This is the part they gave up the base runners on. She going high.
2 straight balls to Courtney. And I told you earlier, she struggles generally with lefties, and she'll work the. I don't know. It's just a mental thing more than anything, Terry. Ball low in the dirt, so 3-0. So she's falling behind to both of these batters. You're kind of playing with fire because now the hitter obviously has the advantage that the hitter can wait for 2 pitches for something to hit hard. Ball low, 4 straight balls.
She went high, and then went low, but I don't think she had obviously the. So this is you got to run on first. This is the part of the lineup they've been battling against. For Clark County, so they need to contain this.
Brings up shortstop Megan Terrell, but you can't defend the walks.
Nope.
And
Well,
Courtney's
she
just better
rebounded
than
well in the first batter up. She came back
wasn't
nice
anywhere around the
off-speed
plate.
pitch and really did that. And then now you kind of gave up. Like a left-handed bat, that's good.
Yep.
That's a good pitch.
Came back
But,
with one right down the middle and got away with that pitch.
Yeah, but this part of the lineup that she seems to be, it's a struggle. And I think you mentioned it earlier. It's that getting in that mindset of that how to pitch to the left-handed batters. You rip that. That's
Rid up
through the
middle.
gap. Good job to contain.
Yep.
I thought maybe she was going to go for 3, which would have been interesting.
Now
So we
back,
got runners now in
the
scoring
center
position.
fielder,
You got first
number
and
0,
second.
Caitlin Spencer.
Batter up with a 4-run lead. Love to see the double here. Put
Caitlin
this out of the
Spencer.
inning.
Caitlin Spencer, the center fielder, stepping in.
Love to see a ground ball double right here.
Ball outside. So Courtney went from being nowhere near the plate to throwing 2 down the middle. First one she fouled off, second one she hit right back up the middle. Tried to do too much with that one. You can see her shorten her stride, break down on the backside.
Yeah, they're going to go settle her down a little bit.
Yeah, Rogers is going to have to get somebody in the bullpen going down there. She's lost her mechanics here, or mental concentration. Something's up because it's feast or famine with her pitching right now in the 3rd inning of a ball game.
They've got to settle in. See how this plays out with this particular.
With having
last
one
time I
out,
talked to her, she really kind of came back a little bit, so really got her head back in the game. Okay, there you go. Went outside corner.
Yep.
That's what I think they were trying to say. Just trust your outside, trust your corner, trust your play.
Now, with one out, you generally take the bunt out of this equation, but you never know. And Laura Lee did a good job.
2 strikes.
Now,
on the inside
she got
corner
lucky.
that time.
See how far back in the zone Laura Lee caught that ball? It was back here by her hip.
Yeah.
You got to catch that ball out in front. But she got away with it, evens the count 2-2. Pop fly, ground ball, double plays what Courtney's after, and the hitter's looking for that double to score these runs. Oh,
Strike 3,
chase
good
the rise
play.
ball.
All right, well, now you get the advantage back again. Put the runner. It's scoring any
Now back,
base.
The catcher, number 23, Erin Karras.
Good job by her. Every time they settle her back in, she seems to get her head back. She went 2 outside corners and got a strike.
And what that boils down to is they're just changing the pace of the game. They're just slowing her down. She's got to be able to make that adjustment on her own. That's a foul ball. That's going to be out of play. Nobody can get to it. Brings up Madison or Erin Karras, the catcher.
You got a good early lead on the strike count, so we got 1-0. That's what I think she needs. We got mud all the ball.
Yeah, they need
She
to throw it
plays
all the way
better.
out. Yeah, he will. 0-1 on the batter. This girl got on base.
This was the
last time.
battle that last time, right?
She hit it off Sydney's knee down there. Courtney laid one right over the middle, and she smoked a laser down the third baseline.
It's 2 in a row.
Well, that's just
She's,
off-speed curveball right there by Courtney. That's good pitching. Then what you call that as a coach is a long strike. That's an intentional off-speed curveball, and either she mishits it for an out or she pulls it foul. So
now this is exactly where we saw this batter last time. Down 2, 0-2. Go high. She's not going to chase. She's a disciplined batter. She's going to continue to battle this.
now Courtney should come back with a drop curve or slow something on the outside corner, get her on her front foot. Yep, there it is.
Gave her the outside corner. That's what he was looking for.
Well
played. No harm on that.
Yep.
That was an interesting inning. Gave up a lot early, but they really kind of settled back in and got the head straight. And then that was good execution throughout the last 2 batters.
You can see when Morgan went in and talked to Courtney, it just slowed the momentum down. When Laura Lee went out there, you can't do that every inning. That's something she's got to do on her own. Go behind the mound, pick up a little dirt, regain her thought process, step back on the mound, get a hold of her composure, and deliver the pitch.
Yep.
You know, and so they go out and they calm her down, changes the rhythm, and she makes the adjustments and comes back in. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Indians leading 5-1.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Back at the ball, Diamond. Indians with the 5-1 lead. The guests on the scoreboard today in the Officer Ellis First Annual Memorial Softball Tournament.
And what a great day. And what a great day it's going to be all day long.
Absolutely.
I mean, it couldn't be any better.
See a lot of work done around the ball field here. New foul lines in, all brick with the black fencing. The parents and the kids have raised a lot of money over the last couple years to get that put together. Riley Clark steps in, the second baseman, popped out on the infielder last time up. Patented in-out swing, pushing the ball to the right side by Riley. Behind in the count 0-1. Courtney Miles has
Popped up there.
her up
Should
twice.
Yeah, pretty basic play right there.
Courtney Miles has settled in pretty nicely here.
Well, that's that first inning. She kind of got rattled early in that first inning and then gave up some serious runs. But other than that, she's really settled in. Other than the home run ball.
Well, really, in the first inning, she did nothing wrong. She had a ball up the middle that was a single that got between the center fielder's wickets and went for a triple. And that's the worst part about pitching. I watched a JV game the other night where Logan Garrison was pitching lights out and got beat 7-4 and never gave up an earned run.
Yeah, that's demoralizing.
Courtney,
I'm not gonna lie.
Courtney
That's when you go,
Franklin
that's when
County.
you're shaking your head and going, I'm doing. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sarah Arthur, the shortstop at the plate, count 1-1. But we were over there, and even in the varsity game, we won the game 6-3.
Yep.
And never gave up an earned run. Every run that scored was on by error.
Now that's demoralizing.
But it boils down to the pitcher. Then the pitcher walks somebody or gets hit around a little bit, and all of a sudden you're in a bind because your defense let you down. But
Ooh, right down the line.
Nice play by the first baseman. Sarah just got robbed.
I was going to say, she hit that well.
Yeah, she's not – there's something in her swing there. She's hit that ball hard, and she generally hits the ball that way.
The catcher,
But
number 16, Laura Lee Hendricks.
Catcher Laura Lee Hendricks steps up. Got a walker last time. She led the inning off last time up and walked. Didn't score. Nice stop by the catcher there. Good effort. Aaron Karras playing hard with no runners on. This level, you see a lot of people just let that go and chase it.
There's nobody out, but good, that's the intangible part of the world we want to look at, right?
Yep. Nice cut by Laura Lee. Just missed it. Fouls it straight back. 1-1, 2 outs. Fallis on deck, waiting to have an opportunity to do something here. Two and 1, 2 outs. The catcher settling back into the box. Pitcher's got her sign already. Ball low and in the dirt. Laura Lee standing right in there. I like to see a good firm stance in the box. If she gets hit, she gets on base. You would not believe how many times kids will run from a ball that's going to hit them, probably not hurt them, kill them, or even make it bruise, and avoid the opportunity. You can't score if you're not on them bags out there. And then they'll fool around, strike out, swing at something in their eyes, or, don't help themselves. There's some batters on our team that will stand there and take it.
It takes a little gusto. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you learn how to take it.
Yeah,
I
understand that. It's one of those things that you got to really learn how to deal with.
Yep.
Oh, got it.
0-1 on Fallis. You get them settled in there. They've got some Officer Ellis balloons hanging right here by us that are floating right between us and the scoreboard. We're trying to get them anchored down. Ooh. She has no plan at the plate. Obviously, she's up there looking for nothing and swinging at everything.
There you go.
I mean, she has not a plan. One. But there's a little better deal.
A little in the dirt.
Safe.
Got to call her safe. Yep.
Nice throw by the catcher. Good pickup by the shortstop. Jesse Brandenburg got a good break on that pitch and got there. Beautiful throw by the catcher. Fallis has got one to the right fielder. Should be an easy out. Yep. So she made contact. She battled through a 1-2 count, made some contact, and hopefully that'll let her know that she's capable and can do it.
Well, and we talked about that last time she was up. Just settling into the team. That's a lot. That's a different adjustment.
Danny and everybody else, the rest of her teammates, giving her high five, saying, "Hey, you got this. Come on, we need you. Be a part of this. Participate with us." So
just reel in the contact a little bit.
Yep.
How much for the lineup change for? You got 3 games today. Are they going to change this lineup over there? They would keep it the same for all 3 games.
I don't know what Danny will do. Sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. I mean, he's got a lot of talent over there. The 9 people out here right now are the happiest kids here. Mm-hmm. It's those 7 over there that are almost equally talented in many roles that are sitting there trying to figure out what they need to do to get out here.
Right.
So in this sport, you have to be so selfless, you have to be competitive, and you have to be resilient. Those are the 3 things that make a great softball player. Selfless is being happy for those 9. The competitive part is keep working hard and pushing them, making them better. And being resilient is knowing that you could do better and waiting your chance to get that opportunity and coming back and working your butt off every day at practice. And sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
But, that's a lot of that has to fall on the coach. I mean, you have to keep them other people engaged by using them as runners. He can re-enter people twice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He could bring the first baseman out and put her back in twice. The second time he takes her out, she's done. There's other hitters that could come in certain situations that could bunt for him and move.
Well, that was my next comment. It's capitalizing on the time you do get. Not squandering that opportunity. And giving your best effort and playing as hard as you can, and doing all those intangible things when you're getting the opportunity.
Yep.
Not miss that.
Yep. Shortstop Morton at the plate. Madison. There's a bit hit. Sarah didn't go after that ball very hard. She was kind of just trotting over there like she was off balance a little. And I don't know if she thought Sydney was going to get it, but you can see she was very timid going in the hole on that.
I thought, honestly, it was through. So.
Yep. Whitney Walker, the first baseman, comes up. Now, this is a bunting opportunity. So let's see if he lets her swing away or he moves her into scoring position. Line drive, Riley. Great job not throwing it over the she would have had to throw it over the runner to get it to Morgan, and that leads to trouble.
So that
is softball IQ. That's a great job of not forcing the issue.
Yep.
Didn't go into overkill mode and sling it over here and hit her in the back and let it roll around the field for another base or 2. Pitch low and in the dirt by Patton. Brings up Emily Harrison. They've got her in the program as number 29, but she's wearing 31. Which, if they didn't, that's a mistake.
That's a big. Got the out, though.
Courtney doesn't need to reach right or left. If it's hit right at her, you field it. But you don't reach out and knock it away from your other players. That's
yeah, I was going to say, I think that was a clear you could turn and go to second on that and maybe get a shot at a double. But because of the foul ball, it's going to go right to first base. But right now you're still playing the batter now, back into the two outs. Play at home.
Right fielder Jessica Neal up. 2 outs, runner at
Pop
second. An infield fly, that should be Riley Clark's ball, calling for it. Stays under. Nice play.
In the inning with no harm at all.
2 of the 3 plays on the outs right there by Riley Clark. Good heads-up play not thrown here at first. Morgan Ellison. Top of the 5th inning coming up. Indians lead 5-1. We'll be right back after these messages. Back of the ball, Diamond. Top half of
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
the 5th inning, leading off for the Indians. Top of the lineup again, Hahn, Vaughn, and Elliston.
See if they can get some productivity back at the top of this lineup.
Yeah. Hahn's 0 for 1 right now. She had a walker first time up. See, it just didn't
Checked
stay.
it.
Yep, checked her swing. So, and then she hit a line shot at the second baseman that turned into – or the shortstop turned into a double play the last time up. So she's hit the ball hard. If she would drag one down the first baseline right here, where do you think would happen?
Should be on third.
Yeah. Okay, now let's see what happens. See how close she made that on a ball hit to this side of the infield. She got on top of it, and the girl made a good play, but that's a good effort.
She goes third base line, she's probably going to get a single out of it.
Absolutely. And she can do it by bunting.
No.
Bunt, push bunt, slap bunt, whatever you want to call it. Get it in the dirt and make them throw you out. Brings up the third baseman, Vaughn, 0 for 2. Looks at one high and outside. Great job by the catcher again, giving her every bit of energy and effort. I like to see kids play like that.
Oh, that's the stuff you don't teach. That's the stuff you can't teach.
1-1 on Vaughn right there.
Just that pure energy effort that, it's the love of the game and being there and, just that part that you can't really teach somebody some of that intangible stuff.
Sydney thought that might have been a strike. 2-1. See if she can get in the hit parade here. Good hitter, all-state third baseman last year. That's out of here.
That one. That's
you can
gone.
forget that one.
Yep. All right, so that answers your question.
Yeah.
See if she can get in the hit club.
Yep.
There you go. So there you go. She ropes one out over the same left field wall that Elliston hit one earlier.
Yep.
That ball was gone when she hit it, wasn't it?
Let's see if we can get Mo going back-to-back here. I promise you she won't see that same pitch again. But
No. No. Well, you got a 6-1 lead now with 2 home runs coming on the left field wall. I thought this pitcher really had settled in. She gave a really that pitch was just on a plate. See, Ellison puts another one over the fence. It's going to really open this game up. Not that it's not open right now. You know, you get a lot of
well, what happens now is hitting is contagious. Everybody can free swing. They can settle in. There should be no pressure on the Indians. They should go to the plate with a plan. Until they get 2 strikes, look for something that they can hit doubles with and pound on it. If they get 2 strikes, you go into defense mode and battle the pitcher. But you just want to cut the ball in half and let it ride right here. Change of speeds, a little up there for Mojo. Good recognition.
Ooh, yeah. He was swinging for that left field wall.
Well,
again.
I mean, this is the deal. She was looking for something. She got it. She just missed it.
Yep.
But look at how long her bat stays in the zone when she swings. Oh, she just got underneath that one. So the movement, look at her hustling. Look at her hustling.
Yep.
See right there? Uh-oh. Get back, Mojo. Safe.
She's out. No, they caught her on it. She should have never turned that high.
Well, there was nobody covering for a minute, and I knew what she was doing, but the hustle, you still got to appreciate. You know what I'm saying? The thought.
Appreciate, yeah.
Because the shortstop, there was a congregation in the middle, and she might have lost track of the second baseman, but there was nobody there for a minute.
Now batting.
Yep.
The left fielder, number 25, Emily Frakes.
That's going to be. That might be.
Yep, that's in the grass.
Yep, that's an error, but she's on now. She's
going
hustling.
to be second. So
she's going to get there.
That's a good stroke double right there.
Yep.
You know, played
she's
well.
Hit the first pitch every time so far. 2 for 3 with a error right there. Shortstop fielded it cleanly. And that's, once again, Emily's hustling down the line. She had to hurry her throw.
Right.
That's what happens.
Now batting.
Brings up Snide. She's 1 for 2. Hit the ball up the middle the first time up. Got a single and a 2-base error. Cleaned the bases with a wound up on third. She hit the ball hard up the middle last time at the shortstop and got thrown out at first. So
outside. They got a little rattled here in the last couple innings. He's still pitched a good game, I think, overall. Instead, he got let down in the first inning, I think, but
great job by the catcher again. See, when you do it with nobody on base, you do it with people on base. You just keep doing it. You do it all the time. And that's just, you don't teach that, just like you said. That's just heart, passion, and the intangibles that coaches like to see, just that motor running off the end of the bat. Casey runs well. Got her. Yep.
Ooh.
Way to get down the line.
She nice hustle to get the first base. I thought that was a closer play than it probably could have been.
Yep. So we get one run on the hit by Vaughn. She hit one just a little bit further than Morgan's. It was on the line, but it counts just the same. Both of them count. So the Indians with the 6-1 lead going to the bottom half of the fifth. We'll take a break, sell some advertising, be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Chris Hornsby.
Back on the reservation.
Garrison.
Little change on the defensive side for the Indians. Logan Garrison, the sophomore, now into pitch. Lower Lee stays behind the plate. Hendricks, the catcher. Back around to the leadoff spot. Claire Brandenburg, left fielder, in to face Garrison. Garrison features a fastball and an outstanding changeup. Chased that one.
Right in the middle, right down the middle. The next play went a little higher, kind of drifted up. That was a nice throw, though.
Yep. And when she's on, I don't care who she's playing, what type of hitters they have, you're just not going. She's going to be hard to beat. There's the changeup. Just missed with it, but you don't have to throw it for a strike. Just got to show you have it.
Yeah, just to show you got it's in the game.
1 and 2. She will throw it for a strike, though. That one she just floated in there. See if they come back with it. Nope. Fastball up, 2 and 2. Now, Lindsey Jones calls the pitches for these kids and is not a pitcher, wasn't a pitcher, and says she doesn't like doing it, but she does a great job at it, the assistant coach over here. Ball high and outside. See Logan taking her time, catching her breath, trying to recompose herself right here. Ball high and up out of the zone. Brings up the pitcher, number 7, Courtney Miles. Chance to help herself. 6-1 lead. Now, the thing with this also is if Logan can't come in here and find the zone, which she's very capable of doing, has and can, it's just once again, it's a mental thing. He can bring Courtney back in.
Okay, he can't.
Absolutely. He could bring her in right now. She could come in for one batter and bring Courtney back.
Huh. All right, see, I'm learning all these rules. I didn't know any of this.
See, now if Laura Lee catches that ball with her arm out and they call it an arm bar, she might get that strike, but she catches it back here on her hip. The umpire sees it caught back here, so where it costs the plate is out of the picture. Ball high. That's not a bad job framing right there. But you want to get the ball as close to the plate as you can to present to the umpire where it's at. Now, the other thing that may have happened on that is she may have called for a pitch in one area and thought, called it inside and it went outside or vice versa.
She was playing the inside. It went out. She had to adjust to it.
Yep, 2-1. Batter on first, got on by a walk. Good pitch there.
Back 2-2.
Logan is so capable of helping this team with her pitching, and I thought she pitched a little better last year than she has this year so far. But I think she just has a ton of talent. Works hard.
She got the potential.
She's got a ton of potential. There's that changeup. Just missed with it. Makes the full count. Now Lindsay, see what kind of guts she's got. Will she throw it again, see if she chases, or will she come with a fastball that obviously the batter would be looking for and see what happens?
Full count.
The payoff pitch, the runner will be running on the pitch, I'm certain. See if we can get a strike him out, throw him out, or a first and third situation. Nope.
Walk.
So that's two walks back to back there. You can't. Once again, it's just things you can't defend. And Logan, like I say, Thursday night came out at Franklin County and absolutely was lights out, in my opinion, with her throwing. Just didn't have any defensive support at all.
Courtesy runner at first base is number 1, Carpenter.
Lauren Carpenter in the pinch run. See if she can get out and get dirty today for her team, help them out. 6-1 lead, 2 on, no outs. Left-handed batter up. Third baseman Megan Terrell.
Batting the third baseman, number 6, Megan Terrell.
This is the perfect bunting situation. Get them in scoring position. That way they can score on a pass ball, ground ball, pop fly. If they let her hit away, you can hit into a double play, see what happens. Yep, letting her hack at it. Now you may have her bunt.
Down.
Nope, just going to let her swing away. No, can't see him giving her any signs here unless he already told her, I'm going to let you swing on the first one, but you're going to, if you don't hit it, you're bunting on the second one. Oh, 1-1 on the batter. Logan with the pitch, high.
Yeah, no bunt. She's not.
Nope.
She's not going to lay this
Yep.
one down. They're going to let her swing.
Well, and it's your number 3 hitter.
That's true.
You know, I mean, they're there
And both these next two have had some success. So
against Patton.
right.
That's a
Another
pop
one
fly, foul ball. See, the difference, what you see here is you've got Patton, you got a little more velocity out of Logan. So the batters have to readjust. A lot of coaches you'll see, they'll throw 3 pitches. 3 innings, then bring in another pitcher, then bring in another pitcher just so teams can't make the adjustments. Got some help right there. We're still 1-2. Now, this is what I would be afraid of. The girl's late on the fastball. You throw her a changeup, you're going to give her something to be on time with if she hangs it in there, but we'll see. 1-2, no outs. Runners at first and second. Cardinals wanting to score. Indians wanting to shut them down. There's the changeup in the dirt. She's not thrown one for a strike yet.
She hasn't had a lot of success with that pitch. I think she's struggling with it a bit right now.
Yeah,
and
one thing, she didn't have much. I don't know how she warmed up over there, how much time she spent, how much time she dedicated to getting loose, but there it is. Ground ball to Sarah. Should
Step
be a
and
double
go.
play.
Good
Got
play.
the double play right
nice
there.
double. That's a heck of a play. Heck of a play.
2 outs.
Yeah, they're all walking off
Once
the field.
again, they not knowing
That's what we talk about.
right, not knowing the situation when the ball's hit at them.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like,
and that's a senior thinking they've got 3
they got
outs.
3.
I mean, I don't know where their mind's at sometimes.
You get a runner on third that is of no consequence in this position. You give up the run on third, you're playing
But
the
how
batter.
can you understand what your plan is if you don't know how many outs there are when the ball's hit to? You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to turn a double play right here, but Morgan, is obviously looking for where's the person on third? Where's she at? Because a good heads-up base runner running hard, she scores on that.
She should have been home.
I mean, they were
they're
celebrating.
trying to turn double.
It was a Taylor-made double play, and they turned
beautiful.
it great. There's a ball up the
Well
middle.
hit.
See?
That's what we talk about. Keep the ball in front. You got a guy on third.
Understand now.
Yeah, that's.
You don't have it. There's nobody there to back you up. You either get it or you don't. So then you got another runner at third, and that run scores. And it's
right now you're in contain. Keep her on first base.
Absolutely.
And then you got a fourth out next if you
of
need
the
it.
game.
Now she's standing on third because you went for a ball you shouldn't have gone for.
Yep.
That's understanding game situation. That's just simple. There's no reason to play that.
But she was going to try to throw her up. You could see her looking.
That's what she wanted.
She was going to.
Popped up to end the inning.
So it didn't hurt us.
Yeah, well, you gave up the one, but then that's all you needed to give up.
Yep.
But, yeah, that I can see. But you make this game a little bit closer and you put yourself in a different position, and now suddenly you got a game winner on third instead, a game-winning run on third base instead of something that's not. So.
After 5 complete, Indians holding on to lead 6-2. We got out of that one unscathed. Logan came back 3 strikes and gave up
a time
one
limit?
run. Yep. So hour and a half time limit today, Terry. They do that just to make sure that everybody can stay on time. There will be no games on Sunday in high school ever unless it's the state tournament.
Okay.
So they'll get all the games in today, and everybody should get home before too late this evening. You got bus drivers, kids, and families hanging out all day, which we're glad to have. Once again, Officer Ellis Memorial first annual tournament here at Madison Central. Had a balloon release, and Officer Ellis's wife and young son threw out the first pitch today, and girls treated him very well. I was glad to see the camaraderie and the respect for everybody here.
On both sides, yeah.
Yeah.
I was here for the balloon launch, and what a great ceremony, what a great remembrance.
Yep.
It's always going to be a part of this community, and I think that the community continues to respond well.
Yeah, and I hope that the George Rogers Clark Lady Cardinals recognize how important it was for us today, and they participated with us as well in some of the picture-taking ceremonies and the balloon release. That meant a lot to me. I mean, the coach over here for the Lady Cardinals works for the Sheriff Department over there in Clark County, and is 3 pop flies on the infield today for Riley Clark, so she's not in the hitting
to reel
zone
it
at
in
all.
a little bit.
Yeah. Brings up Sarah Arthur, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 8, Sarah Arthur.
They so I'm glad they came over and participate with us and be the first part of it.
Now, on the games for the rest of the day, got that down.
Nice play by the pitcher right there.
Well played. For the rest of the game, will there be any part of any ceremonial things for the rest of the day, or are they just
not on this field?
Okay.
I think I don't know what else will go on the rest of the day, but I know we have some of the police officers that'll come in and out today and maybe get a little bit of sunshine, watch a little bit of softball. I think Danny always lets them in free anyway. Danny Rogers, head coach of the Indians, he'll let them come, and anytime any of the people in this community that want to come on a Saturday that are working public service as far as ambulance drivers, firemen, the police. He's all about them coming out and just having a place to come and hang out and watch the girls. See Brent Roper on the left field line over there, that guy standing about 2 poles down. He's a retired trooper. Spent a lot of time this winter with the Central Indian kids, getting them in shape with a workout program that I thought was absolutely phenomenal. It was relevant. That's a nice hit by Laura Lee off the end of the bat, caught by the center fielder. But Roper put him on a regimen of workout that was relevant to softball, and I think that I can see a lot of difference in some of the players.
Yeah, it is. And if you're looking at just general workout facility, every sport can be workout specific, and it should be. If you're trying to play softball, trying to play soccer, trying to play baseball, trying to play football, I see so many kids now just doing kind of general training, and there's so many things that they need to be doing differently. So it's good to get the input and have somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, and I know that my own daughter Casey, after being shut down for medical reasons for a couple of years, made tremendous strides in her leg strength and core strength, and he just did a great job, and I appreciate him doing that. His daughter's a 7th grader. She plays some third. Fabulous talent. I can't wait to see how far she goes. She's got a ton of upside.
Well, especially at the younger ages. When you look at younger age, if you cannot underestimate the power of core training, because it just means so much as these kids get older. And that we found that out in soccer when my son was actually started doing core training around 8, 9, 10, and then went through about 12. And all he really specifically worked on was core. Yeah. And, when you look at ligament tears, when you look at just a lot of the stuff that comes into knee damages, and there's a lot of prevention with just core training.
Yeah, and it's understanding what you're doing. The best part about it is he gave the girls something that they could do on their own for a lifetime that will help them.
Good.
I mean, over spring break, I know Casey was still doing some of it on her own. Emily and those girls, they know that they can do some stuff now. And the best part about it was they had 3 tests along the way so that the girls over a period of time could see where they were benefiting.
Nice.
Seemed like in the past they did a lot of push-ups and sit-ups. They were getting
general
200 or 300 push-ups a day, which are horrible for softball players.
Right.
Get the deltoids and everything all whacked out, and the sit-ups I'm okay with some, but
sport-specific workouts are priceless, and be able to dial that in is for these athletes, especially if they're looking at a future plan.
Yep. Madison Norton, the shortstop, now batting. And if the girls buy into it, it's only for their benefit. Nice hard hit at Sarah Arthur. Gets up, throws cleanly over to Alliston.
Shortstop.
Morgan corrals it.
Several good
6-3 on the putout.
Yep, that's a good way to start this inning.
I like what I'm seeing out of Sarah. She got a little bit of a habit of catching the ball, flipping it out of her glove, catching it again, and throwing it. But she's reaching down in there, pulling it out, and making some nice crisp throws over here to Morgan. So 1 up, 1 out. Brings up the next batter getting dialed in. Whitney Walker, the first baseman. Feet are kind of hopping around the box there a little bit when the pitch is on the way. Nice, stayed right down on that one. Nice play by Vaughn.
Nice
Gets it
arm.
over to
you see where her talent really is.
Yeah.
She can.
Well, she's an
well
all-stater
played
last year.
Woo.
Yep. And rightfully so. I mean, there's one of the kids on the team that most certainly has D1 capability. I mean, she can run, she can hit, she can throw.
You just see small plays like that are just, technical skills, and then she's got a rope for an arm.
Oh, yeah, she got a cannon. She throws like a man. Throws better than her dad.
Woo. I'm sure he'll love you hearing that.
He's weak-kneed and can't throw anything. Oh, Edro. He's probably down there.
Back to her
nice
again,
play right
another
there.
well-played ball.
See how she runs through that? That's just part of
she
what
was
she
even
do.
like that. I don't think she threw that the way that wasn't very good, but well played again by that. So 3 up, 3 down, quick inning, well played inning for the Central. And your the pitching substitution has paid off. Seems like that first inning was a little bit bumpy, but I think she played well this inning. She gave the right pitches and
she's
put them in a
getting settled
position.
in. Getting settled in all the way across the board here. We're going to get our full 7 innings in right here. One of the reasons is because we haven't had a whole lot of walks. We've had some pretty good defense, so no extended innings. So you got an hour and 30-minute time limit. These ladies come all the way over here, participate in the pregame ceremony. Let's get all 7 in. Let them have it. And you're right. Logan settled in, and she's feeling comfortable, and he'll have to use her today. 3 games would be a lot for any pitcher in one day, although I'm sure Courtney can handle it if she's mentally into it and physically can stand it. And Logan needs to get the innings in. We also have another left-handed pitcher over there, an 8th grader, Abby Mays, who I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her today. She's got a ton of talent, throws the ball very hard.
No pressure here. I'd like to see, she put one out in right field last time. I'd like to see her put a bat on the ball.
Yep.
Savannah Fallis. She's been trying to get that feel. She's got a great swing. Like you said, I'd like to see her on the bases. She's had great stride, great speed. We'd like to see just put a bat on the ball this time.
Yep. And it's just a mental thing for her.
There
you go. Now watch her run.
There.
Watch her run. They're not going to throw her out, I can promise. Now.
Oh, well
That's
played
all
by
right.
way played by the catcher. Lots of intangibles here we've seen. The catcher's just all energy.
All right, now he's got it set up. You got one of the fastest kids in the state on first. You got a left-handed batter here at first base. So the catcher kind of has to throw over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'd have her gone on the first pitch regardless. If they throw her out, they throw her out. If she gets a good break, it won't happen. That's a pop fly on the infield. Get back
on base. I was going to say, what are you even coming off the bag for?
That does nothing to help your team right there by Hahn.
Nothing.
I'm not certain. Danny's talking to her. He's saying something. Maybe she missed a sign or something. But leadoff hitter, pop. No, you got to be moving somebody over. If he tells you to or not, you got to
put it.
You got to do something to help your team. Sydney hit a bomb last time up. Hiked her leg even a little bit there. Just missed that
bomb
one.
Again.
They'll come in bunches for her. She hit one off the top of the fence in Frankfurt the other day that was deepest part of the park and went a long way. So she'll hit. She's in the record books actually, KHSAA, for 5 consecutive home runs.
5 consecutive?
Yeah, in 5 consecutive games, and then missed a 6th, hitting about the middle of that fence out there on the line, out there about that 204 11th region runner-up sign. And that she would have been number 1. I think she's tied right now with several other people with 5, but I don't think anybody's done 6.
Well, there's a long
That's going to be close.
Ball. And off there. Everybody needs to be home. She needs to be home. Yeah, she's got speed for days.
Yeah.
She's got to be home.
Yeah.
It's good for her to cross the plate, too.
Yeah.
She's this inning, come out, we put a bat on the ball, put yourself in play, get across the plate.
Now,
contributing, settled into this team.
How would you score that? A hit or an error? Error.
Came off her glove. I think it's going to be a little bit.
Yeah, I mean she got back there to it,
Yeah,
I mean,
I was going to say. She was under it. I mean, it was right there. Maybe the fence came into play a little bit, but.
So Sydney's on second.
But I'd have to say the center fielder's that's the second error we've seen out there.
Yeah. Morgan at the plate. See if she can get Sydney home. One run in the inning. Fallis with a single. Vaughn with a long drive to center field. There's a ball through the
right
left
through
side by
She's
Ellison. That ball was smoked. They're going to throw it Vaughn at home here.
No, go home. I was going to say that was a smart play.
Yep. See now what they've done. They've
left
kept
her
the
on
force
first.
in order, right?
And that's the smart play.
The girl didn't come up and try
at home.
right.
Number 25, Emily Frakes.
I mean, there's no point in trying.
Now let's see if now here comes Roper going to run for Elliston. Now Morgan scored from third the other day in Frankfort in a very, very close ball game. Danny didn't run for her, and she scored from first base. I mean, ran her butt off, not only to get on base. Now you're up by 6, and you bring in a pinch runner with 1 out. See, that's some of the stuff that from this seat I don't get. But you know what I mean? In a close game, he leaves her in, but when you get maybe he's just trying to get the young 7th grader out here some experience.
It's a good experience for her, for the base runner.
There's another rip by Frakes. She's going to have another 3 for 4 day.
That was well played. That I think that left fielder kind of went, oh, look what I found.
So Emily's seen 4 pitches and is 3 for 4.
There you go. That's what you need. Reached on all 4, though, right?
Yeah, got on by an error.
Number 17, Casey Schneid.
4 for 4 the last game, right?
Yeah, she was 4 for 4 last game. She floated 1 out on that deep infield. The shortstop couldn't get it. The left fielder got very close to it and dove about 8 foot. I think she wound up having a concussion. I mean, neither one of them could get to it. That's a pop fly. Now, everybody's got a hold. That's okay. That's all you can do right there. Emily's got to get there. Nobody covered the bag.
Good. Nobody covered.
Yeah, that's where the second baseman should have went and covered. Maybe the pitcher, but you won't see that very much from George Rogers Clark. I can promise you that'll be a learning experience for these girls and that coach to leave the base unattended there. It's just kind of a no-man land hit for Schneid. Brings up Clark 0 for 3 today.
Bases are loaded.
Yep, she's hit 3 infield flies with no authority at all. I mean, just weak floaters, so she's due. That's going to another
weak
4 infield fly balls that totaled about 60 feet in flight.
Not
and 10 or 12 seconds of hang time. Not her
morning. Maybe she's got to wake up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still early, right?
Yeah.
You got a long day ahead.
Yeah. It's a mental thing. You have to own it. It's so mental. And I can promise you, Emily and Sydney and Morgan, they're all confident. They want to own every at bat.
Right. Well, you can see that too.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going up with the plan. Now, here's the other senior. You won't see her strike out very much that needs to get in that bandwagon. Here's an above-average hitter that's chopping at balls, and just check swinging on stuff that is really better than what she's playing. There's
an example right
that's
here.
Just there's nothing in that cut whatsoever. If she hits it, it's not going anywhere. It's like a protection mode. She ain't up there trying to hit. She's up there just trying to make contact. There's a difference. And completely capable. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Indians have scored 2. Ball high in the zone.
2-2.
Deuces are wild.
Well, she's making contact at least now.
Yeah. Still
battling. I like the battle at least.
Bat speed is slow. No plan.
And we need a softball.
You got Roper at third, Frakes at second, Schneid at first. Get another ball in. With as many people on the team hanging out today just to support, there should not be one foul ball lost today.
No.
Because there's a bunch of freshmen and young kids running around here on the Indian program that can be tracking them. There's another ball. That's just a weak ground ball by Sarah. I mean, there's nothing there in the swing.
Right.
So anyhow, the Indians get two, get a couple of hits. Cardinals are going to try to get some runs here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. We're going to return after these messages for the final half inning of play. For Larry Frakes and Terry Netherton taking a break. We'll be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Back of the ball, Diamond. Last 3 outs for the Lady Cardinals. See if they can scratch something together here. Have to have a good rally. Nice pitch by Garrison.
She settled in quite a bit. I tell you what, that last inning was 1 up, 1 or 3 up, 3 down. This one, she gets off to a good start early.
Yeah. Jessica Neal to plate, the right fielder. Ball just a little bit out for Logan. 1-1. So you got the 9-1 and 2 hitters up for the Cardinals. Chopped to the high one there. Vaughn should make a play. Throws over to
well played.
Elliston.
She is definitely a solid infielder on the third base line.
Yep. That first ball that got past her, too, I mean, it was a pill. I mean, it was a shot. I mean, Courtney laid that right over the plate, and
you can just see as the game has progressed, she's technically solid. There's nothing that's going to come too far past.
Yeah, leadoff hitter Brandenburg up. Takes ball 1. You know, Sydney's as solid as they come. She turned a double play against Woodford County Tuesday night. It was a bunt attempt. She dove and caught it, and then threw back to first and got the runner. You know what I mean? Who did never expect it to be caught from her knees. And she has just an instinct about her that, just
born to be a player.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. She had a little time off where she had a knee injury playing basketball over here, and I think it really set her back on her recruiting, or she'd probably be sitting on UK's roster next year or someplace around here of that stature.
Brandenburg does work the count a lot. She does her job as a leadoff, I tell you that.
She sure does. And she'll get some hacks on it, too, as we found out. She gets a chance. Ball high.
And she's gotten on base, what?
You got a 6-run lead. You got a 6-run lead. I mean, you've got to bear down right here. I don't give a crap if nothing else. If you just sit back there and try to throw it as hard as you can past every batter right here. You know what I mean?
Put it over the plate, man.
Absolutely. And I mean, just air it out. There's no guessing. There's no twiddling around. Get it done. There's a little more velocity. Not a bad pitch right there. Just a little inside. But get this thing over. Hit your spots. Have fun.
Well, that's a good pitch.
Well, she catches it so deep. Yeah. If she arm bars it out over the plate and shows the umpire the river, she gets that call. But she catches it on her waist, and that's just something she'll work on. And once again, it may have been supposed to be inside and went outside. I don't have any idea. There's a shot at Hahn. Catches it. corrals it. That's the one Emily right there, that's a ton of talent. I mean, she gets a good break on the ball. She's got good speed.
Yeah, there's not going to be the speed she's got from side to side. There's going to be a lot to drop on her.
And she's got good break on the ball, and that's just stuff you don't teach. She's got to learn to get the ball in the background as a hitter and get on base. You can't score from the bench. You've got to get on base. Strike one for Logan. Now she's settled in. She got her defense behind her.
Getting ahead in the count.
Yep, 0-1 here. 2 outs. Indians with a 6-run lead as the visitors on the scoreboard. Ball out in front of the plate. Fouled it off her ankle.
2 strikes.
It's down to Megan Terrell.
The
third baseman.
Bat available. They need to set this one down now.
There's that change.
That was actually finally the first one I thought was effective.
Yep.
She went after it.
But the best part about it is how the batter handled it.
Yeah.
She drove her front knee into the ground, kept her hands back, and fought it off.
You waited on it.
Absolutely.
Stayed alive.
Great job by Megan Terrell. Ball high. 1-2. It's hard to lay off of because she doesn't give it away with her motion. It's totally a deceiving pitch, so it's just recognition by the batter. Megan did a great job.
I'll tell you what, if she's young, so she's going to get better and better at that execution of that pitch.
Mm-hmm. 2-2. Any of the college coaches will tell you they just want you to have a fastball and a changeup, and if you can control them and you're worth having, they'll get you. Some of these kids wind up having 30, 40 different pitches. Once again, if you're catching it back in your belly, breaks it a full count. They both know it. That was over the plate, but if she gets it out like that where the umpire can see it, once it gets so deep.
That ball is deep.
Snide is burnt.
Yeah.
Horrible drop step and turn on that.
Runner in.
I mean, that was just.
Yeah, she didn't.
Didn't react to that ball at all.
No, she just kind of took off on it.
Out there thinking about what she's going to.
First step is a step back.
Now batting.
Adjust.
Out there thinking about what she's going to have between games as a snack or something. Bam! And it's she ain't had one hitter all day.
No, that's suddenly got to be in the game.
Megan Terrell gives him more life, brings up Caitlin Spencer. Now Frake's burnt. Nope, she got it.
Out.
That ball's tough with the sun right now, but
I was going to say she played that well. She wasn't asleep on that.
8-3. Indians win the first ever game in the Officer Daniel Ellis Memorial Tournament here at Madison Central. And in this game, Terry, the Jack Burford players of the game.
I think we got 2, don't we? 2 co-players. I think there was a good effort on both their parts.
We got
Morgan Elliston, I believe. Is that right?
Morgan Elliston, the first baseman, 3 for 4 with a home run. And Emily Frakes was 3 for 4. She hit the ball hard. It's all 4 pitches, hit it hard 4 times. And the girls have had a good afternoon. That's 2 seniors that we'll just give them co-players of the game.
I agree.
But all-out team effort. Courtney Patton settled in, threw pretty well. Had an inning there where she walked a few, got a little out of rhythm. And Logan came in and did well at times, and then threw and gave up a run there in the end. But that was just gave up a shot to right field, and she'll get better from that as well. So we hope you've enjoyed the game. We hope that you enjoy the festivities in honor of Officer Ellis. And the Indians will be wearing 457 on their chest all weekend proudly, and hopefully they'll come out of here with the tournament win and have everything like like we intend it to be on your home field, Terry.
Great day, great weekend so far for this, and what a great event it's been. And we'll look forward to many more of them. I know this is the first annual, so I think this is a great weekend to build on.
Yep. We appreciate you tuning in to us. For Terry Netherton, I'm Larry Frakes, Madison County School Sports Television. We'll catch you back at the Ball Diamond next time.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net. Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea. Luxury Pet Services in Richmond. Time Warner Cable. Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County Schools Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.